Excellency, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Mal Ali Wakili, MNI. I represent Bauchi South. Your Excellency, thank you for giving me the opportunity for this motion on the urgent need for proactive steps to nip in the bud reported outbreak of monkeypox disease in Nigeria. The Senate, aware of the reported outbreak of monkeypox diseases in some part of Nigeria, namely Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, Cross Rivers, Ekiti, and Lagos, etc. The monkeypox virus was first identified in Denmark in 1958 during an investigation into a pox-like disease amongst monkeys, and later identified in humans in 1970 in Zaire, today's Democratic Republic of Congo, in a 19-year-old boy. In the spring of 2003, monkeypox cases were confirmed in the Midwest of the United States of America, making it the first reported occurrence of the disease outside the African continent. Cognizance that monkeypox infections result from direct contact with the blood, bodily fluids, cutaneous or musical lesions of infected animals. Similarly, human infections have also been documented through the handling of infected monkeys, rats, and squirrels, with rodents being the major reservoir of the virus. Cognizant that monkeypox transmission occurs primarily via droplet respiratory particles, usually requiring prolonged face-to-face contact or thorough inoculation or close contact with infected respiratory tract secretions, skin lesions, open wounds, injuries of an infected person. The incubation period is usually from 6 to 16 days, but can range from 5 to 21 days. It has an incubation period of 0 to 5 days, characterized by fever, intense headache, lymphadenopathy, i.e. swelling of the lymph node, back pain, muscle ache, and intense lack of energy. The skin erupts within 1 to 3 days after appearance of fever, where the various stages of rash appears on the face and then separate elsewhere on the body as symptoms. Note that monkeypox can be diagnosed in the laboratories, where the virus can be identified by a number of different tests. Worried that there are no specific treatments in the provision or availability of vaccine for monkeypox infections, and that Nigerians have been thrown into panic as the country's health sector is facing a myriad of challenges. Disturbed that since there is no vaccine or specific treatment, the only ways to reduce the infection in people is thorough awareness of risk factors, enlightenment about measures to be taken to reduce exposure to the virus, reduction of possibility of animal to human transmission, and thorough cooking of all animal products before consumption. Accordingly, resolved to urge the federal government of Nigeria, through the Federal Ministry of Health, the various state governments, local governments, and community-based organizations to be proactive in containing and preventing the spread of monkeypox diseases from where it was reported to have occurred. 2, aggressive enlightenment and education of the citizens about measures that can be taken to mitigate risk factors of exposure to the virus. 3, sustained public health education messages via the conventional media, broadcast, electronic, print, and the social media platforms. And 4, proper liaison by the federal government with the World Health Organization and other relevant donor agencies for contingencies against eventualities. Distinguished colleagues, this motion is very apt and timely in view of the fact that it has been generating some controversy. I call on all of you to support the motion and ensure that the prayers are answered.
Senator Polka.
Mr. President, Senator Polka Emmanuel is my name by South Central. Mr. President, I have to say
Various state governments, local governments, and CBOs to be proactive in containing and preventing the spread of monkeypox diseases from where it was reported to have occurred. Those in favor of prayer will say aye. Those against say nay. Ayes have it. 2, aggressive enlightenment and education of the citizens about measures that can be taken to mitigate risk factors of exposure to the virus. Those in favor of prayer 2 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 3, sustain public health education messages via the conventional media, broadcast, electronic print, and the social media platforms. Those in favor of prayer 3 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. And prayer 4, proper liaison by the federal government with the WHO and other relevant donor agencies for contingencies against eventualities. Those in favor of prayer 4 say aye. Those against say nay. As I join and thank Senator Wakil for these prayer. Leader of the Senate.